Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And this will be... A touchback is at Sales over the end line.
Here we go. Just the outlaws. Check. What's the
They'll run on first down. Peyton, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Here we go.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, it's Jackson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson, rolling to his right. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll run on first down. Peyton, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Chance. Zoom.
Now Jackson on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right up. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check 52 to Mike. Check.
To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tighten up. Hey. Motion.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. It's caught by Jackson. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Jackson now on third down. It's caught. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. This is caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down now. It's Jackson, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Jackson steps away to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
36. Wait. Go. Hey, check. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Here all day.
On second down, it's Jackson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson, flush to his right. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, Jackson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Watch it on, go. Watch it slant. Orbit. Check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now a signal in the timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now he's forced out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. Stenerud's kick is good, and that will do it. for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken short. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They'll run again with Jackson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. That one complete to Okoye. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On first down, Jackson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run here with Bo. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They'll run on first down. Peyton, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. He'll get this complete to Walter Payton. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns, his 2nd sack of the night. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This will be taken about the 12. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. On 2nd down, it's Jackson, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Mike's 50, Mike. Big stop.
Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate.
And this is caught inside the 5. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Walter Payton, 49 yards. as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that will get them one closer. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about...